Hi there again. It's Anthony here with another integration demo of Mobb. In the last few videos, we have demonstrated on how you can easily integrate Mobb in both a GitLab and Azure DevOps environment. Now, for our good friends who are using Jenkins, we haven't actually forgot about you. We're here for you today, where we will show you how you can also easily integrate Mobb in the Jenkins pipeline as well. So with that, let's take a look and see how this works. So what I have here is a quick guide or tutorial on how this particular demo integration is being performed. I will be sharing the link to this tutorial in the description below in the video. But essentially what we go through is things like the plugins that we're using for Jenkins, as well as a sample pipeline script that you can also reference to so that you can also build this into your own Jenkins pipeline as well. So let's go ahead with the demo. What we have here is just a sample repository that contains a deliberate SQL injection vulnerability. The workflow that we're going to be going through is one that developer typically goes through, which is to submit a set of code changes through a pull request. So let's go ahead and make some changes here. We will initiate the creation of this new branch and then a pull request as well. So the way that we have configured this is that upon the creation of a pull request in GitHub, GitHub is going to send a webhook to my Jenkins environment, basically to notify it of the presence of a new pull request, and that is the sort of the cue for Jenkins to kick off the job, right? So, so here we can see that Jenkins is now reporting that it has now seen the pull request, and a new job will be initiated based on this pull request. Let's take a look and see the details view here to understand what is happening within Jenkins. So within the stage view here, we can see that to run this job, the first thing we're doing is to check out, to grab the source code from GitHub, followed by a static analysis scan that is run next to it. And at the very end here, we have a post action step. What this is essentially doing is that if there are any issues found during the SAS scan, Mobb is going to consume the report from the SAS scan and run an analysis based on that report. So here we can see that the SAS scan has completed with a fail build status. And the reason for that is because the static analysis scan, after it completes running, is reporting that there is a high severity issue being found, and that's the SQL injection that we have discussed earlier, right? Now, if we go back to our pipeline view, within our pull request view, we can see the same status being reflected here, where the Jenkins pipeline is showing again, a fail build status due to the presence of the static analysis issue, and a Mobb fix link is now being made available, which will take us to the fix page. So let's go ahead and do that. So this takes us to the project page within Mobb, and the same SQL injection issue that we saw earlier is now being made available here as well. We can see the fix is now ready for us to access. So let's go ahead and click on the link to fix. Here's where we can see what exactly Mobb is proposing in terms of the fix, right? What are the set of code changes that we need to make to address the issue. We can also influence the fix as well through these questions. So let's say, for example, if we know the user parameter, if it's not a string, but rather an integer, we can pick that. And Mobb will immediately let us know what are the new set of changes that it's going to make based on that update. So what we're going to be doing is we'll switch this back to a string. Let's go ahead and commit the changes based on this fix that's being proposed here. And we're going to be committing back to the same branch that we were working on before. So this will create a new pull request within GitHub. And let's take a look and see. Now the pull request has been created. So here's where, again, right back as we discussed before, the pull request is what's going to be triggering the jobs within Jenkins. So let's give it some time for Jenkins to pick up the job. Now, in this new pull request, we are basically submitting the new code, which Mobb has already fixed. So we will now see if the SAS scan tells us whether the issue has indeed been fixed. And it looks like the all checks has passed. And if we are to look at the status here, so it looks like Jenkins is telling us that the SAS scan is now complete with no issues found. And this will now allow us to complete the merge of the pull request. So this completes this video on a sample integration on how to incorporate Mobb in your Jenkins pipeline. I hope this is informative, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. With that, have a good day. Take care.